What's going on YouTube? It's Team Tyler back again for another video. Today was a green day, so that was good. It's a little frustrating because at one point today, around 8 minutes into the day, I was up around like $240, $250. So a little frustrating. Still came out green on the day, up around 150. Can't be mad at that. It's a green day. So let's get through these trades. All right, so as always, I gotta say this in my videos. This is just learning material. This is just educational. I'm not trying to give investment advice. Don't just follow what I'm saying just because. Do your own research, do your own due diligence, and make your own decisions. That's what it comes down to. So let's get into the total trade amount. All right, so I took multiple trades on all of these except for one. I only took one trade on NPTN, but on BIMI and CHFS, I took multiple trades. Overall, BIMI, I lost $154. CHFS made $230. NPTN made $72, and then I only made about $7 in my other trade, my other account. So altogether around $155 today. You can see that at 9:41 I had already executed multiple trades. By 9:41 I was already up around 240, 250, and that was only 12 minutes into the day. That was pretty dope, but you know, I overtraded and lost a little bit of that. So let's get into the trades. First one we're gonna go over is BIMI. Once we get into the chart, you can see that it opened in this area around 553 and then it instantly just drops. And you can see this is where the line is, where that support was supposed to be, and it just blew right through it. I'm not gonna go into very much detail about this trade because I shouldn't have taken it in the first place. You can see this was my support level that I was trying to base it off of, and it just blew right through that. So, and I was trading it in this area right here for no reason whatsoever. I shouldn't have been doing it. So that's that trade. That's all we're gonna say about that. Next up, we have NPTN. This one was gapping up around 14% and opened around 750. So you can see it opened right here in this area. Instantly drops down to 674. And you can see this was my line I was trying to risk off of, the 708 area. And let's go back on the chart history. You can see that this was resistance here, this was resistance here, and it was resistance here. So I was figuring, basing it off of these areas right here, that if it drops to this, I have a good feeling that it's gonna bounce off of it. I was risking off these areas right here. So that was my whole plan. And that's why you see this line right here. Market opens, we get an instant drop down to 674. I noticed it in this area right here. I tried to get it at 686, but I didn't get filled until 692. Then we waited a couple minutes and got a huge push, boom, to around 745. And after I saw this, because it dropped instantly down and it came right back up, I was like, I just want to get out of it. I take my profit because that's scary action. So took my profit, got out, made a quick $72, and that was that. But as you can see, it went up to 801 at one point, and I bought at 692. So if I had held this, then I would have made over $1 a share today. And yeah, that was the only trade on that. And now we're moving on to the granddaddy of them all, CHFS. This one was gapping up kind of big. It was around 36%. And let me look at the past history so you can see what these lines were, what I was basing it off of. So like I said, I don't know why Stocks to Trade does this, but it doesn't show the current day. But this is the current day right here. And when we were gapping up, we were in this area right here around 125 area. And I was like, all right, it's either gonna go up or it's gonna go down. Duh, you can only go one or two ways. But if it goes down, if it hits this area around 115, that's the area I want to risk off, around this 115 area. And then this is resistance up here because this is where the drop happened, right? This drop. So I put a line there, and then if it broke through that, then I was gonna be willing to get into it, but it had to be a convincing break, not just a quick spike. So this is how I played it. All right, so you can see that we opened, and I was hoping for a drop down, to the 115 area, like I said, but we didn't get it. We got an instant push up. And this was that area, that resistance area where the drop started to happen. I saw that we did blow through that. Once we blew through that resistance, we had this little consolidation area right here for this couple of minutes. This is only like maybe 3 or 4 minutes. I noticed that in the level 2 that there was a lot of momentum during this time frame, which is why I ended up getting in. So I ended up getting in around 147 at 9:36. So it was like right there, literally right there. And we instantly get this push, boom. I'm selling in this area right here. First 500 shares I sold at 161. The second 500 shares I sold at 164. The first trade that I made on it was at 936, and the last trade that I made on it for this position was at 941. So that was literally like a 5-minute trade. Not bad for 5 minutes, not bad at all. We were getting this choppiness, and I saw this consolidation up here, and I was like, maybe it could possibly push past this, but this was the high of one of the old days. Let me see. It was the high back right here, back on the 16th, and the high here was 175 area. I didn't really want to play it in this area, but I thought that it was a convincing, you know, it was holding the area, so that's why I ended up buying there, but with a super tight risk. So I ended up selling in this drop right here. I had bought in right here, and I had bought again at 78 right here, and then I sold in this area. So lost on that. My last trade ended up being a green trade. I ended up buying it again right here once I saw that it could hold this 161 area, and then it didn't go below 164 again, so I bought at 170, risking 164. I ended up getting this huge push up here, and I sold again at 184. I made 14 cents a share on that. I didn't have a big position size, only had 500 shares on that, so you know, I wasn't a super big win, but it was a win. And you can see the rest of the day it just faded off basically. But I was thinking about buying it in this area, but there's a lot of volume that was traded up here, so I didn't think that today at least it's not going to break through this, or I wasn't seeing any action convincing that it was going to break through that. So that's what happened. One thing that I forgot to mention on CHFS and BIMI, you can notice that the float is really low. BIMI only had a float of 2.25 and CHFS only had a float of 270,000. So, but I'm sure this is more likely. And it has a small market cap of 3.13 million, and BIMI only had a market cap of 44 million. A lot higher, but still a low market cap. But CHFS, that was a crazy one. All right, so this was market open. You can see NPTN up here, CHFS right here, and then BIMI right here. So you start to see this drop right here out of NPTN, and this is where I'm starting to look like, all right, if it drops below here, I'm gonna want to buy. And then you're gonna see it drop below there, and then I miss the bottom, but I catch it on the way up. So you see this is where at the bottom right here, and then it starts to bounce, and during this bounce is when I'm seeing it. So this is where I start to put in the order. And then this is where I get executed at, right here, watch. I got executed at 692. It has started to bounce up now. You can see I'm starting to put in the order to sell, and I sell at 740. So right up here it's bouncing, and then I sell right here. Boom. That was a quick trade, only 4 minutes. So this was my other trade, CHFS, that I ended up getting into. I ended up buying at 147, so watch right here. I'm in at 147 like I said, and then you can see we start to perk right here, and we're gonna break through this area. So boom, we break through that area. So I'm thinking like I just need to take some profit off right now, so I end up getting out a little bit right here at 161, and I start to see this drop right here, so I'm like, all right, it's starting to dip now. Maybe I should just take off a little bit of profit again, a couple more shares, but then I ended up taking off all of it. You'll see, I ended up taking it off at 164. Yeah, 164. See, I ended up canceling this stop, and then I sell. So watch right here. Cancel stop, sell. Boom, I'm out. So yeah, those were the trades that were helpful. I'm not going to show you the other one because it was just dropping, so there's really nothing to see there. So this is a complete breakdown of all the trades I made today. If you see parentheses like this, that means that it's one position, but I had bought in at multiple like points of the chart, and I sold at the same spot. So that's what this means. Or the opposite, I had bought in at one spot but sold at different spots. Same thing. So on BIMI, out of all my trades, I ended up losing 9.23%, and my average loss on these trades was negative 4.62%. On NPTN, my total gain was 6.97%, and my average gain was the same thing, 6.97%, because I only took one trade. On CHFS, my total percentage made was 17.07%, and my average percentage gain was 5.69% because of these little trades. And then my little trade, HLIT, but let me show you why I took this trade. All right, so the reason why I bought this yesterday and planned on holding it overnight and selling it into this morning, because you can see that it's near its highs. It's literally at its all-time highs right now. So I was expecting, you know, it to break 8 and then just fly, but it didn't do that. So I got out, but I bought again at $7.97 because you can see it still closed at $8 And I mean, and the high here was around 809. So you can see it's literally right off its highs and 9 cents off of its highs, which is just over about 1% off of its highs. So based off of what I've seen in my experience, all this would need to be like one press release or just some type of good news. And I mean, like I said, this is literally all-time highs. So in that case, it has a good potential to go. But the bad thing about this stock is it does have a pretty high flow and it does have a pretty high market cap. So if it does spike, it probably won't spike that much. I felt like it was a safe overnight trade, which is why I'm taking it overnight. So we'll see what happens on Monday. Sorry about that. Just had to explain this little situation a little bit and why this is so small. Anyways, day total percentage gain is 15.46% and my average gain was 2.17%. Like I said in my first video, this low average percentage gain number, I don't really like that because 2.17%, that's a horrible like percentage gain average. But this number, 15.46% of total percentage gain, I'm completely okay with that because, like I said, just use a $5,000 position example. I don't use $5,000 positions right now. I only use like $1,000 to $2,000 positions just because I'm still trying to get my strategy like down pat. But once I do have it down pat, I'm gonna put more money into it. Anyways, 15.46% of $5,000 ends up being around $757. So I mean, if you were to make that every single day, it's possible you can make it every single day. I think in my first video I made 17%. So you can see like this, it's possible. You can make money doing this stuff. It's just you gotta know how to do it, and it takes a lot of time to learn how to do it. So yeah, that's the recap of the day, and that's gonna end the recap video of today. Anyways, I hope everybody had a great day, great week, great year. Have a happy weekend. Don't forget to smile. I gotta end this video off correctly, so I'll see y'all in the next video.